We have with us Bowdoin College head coach Adrian Scheibels, Maddie Hassan, and Abby Kelly. Coach, we'll start with you. Talk a little bit about the journey about Bowdoin this season.
It's been an amazing journey. Just after a tough loss in the final championship game last year, our senior class, our leaders, our entire team kind of resolved to set a lofty goal for themselves to get back to where we are now and win a championship. And they've been super focused, hardworking. It's been an incredible ride. I couldn't be more proud of them.
Tout yourself for a second here. Winningest coach all time in program history. Talk to me about that.
I mean, I really owe it all to my players. I mean, I have great players who buy in. I have great assistant coaches. And so it's really a group effort. And it's, yeah.
You got a 1,000-point scorer next to you. Talk a little bit about Abby.
Abby's phenomenal. Her journey for her 4 years at Bowdoin has been remarkable. The amount of improvement that she's made, the trust that she's put in me as her head coach. She's been incredibly selfless. I've asked her to, sacrifice minutes at times for the good of the team. She's done whatever I've asked for the betterment of the team. And so I just can't say enough about her leadership, her play. She's a remarkable human being.
Maddie next to you on the other side joins her on the All-NESCAC team, on the All-Region team from D3 Hoops. Talk a little bit about Maddie.
Maddie worked incredibly hard in the off season to take her fitness to another level. And she's really stepped up as a leader as well, as a junior. So her steadiness on the court, she's been a real rock for us all season, just someone that we can count on in the paint to defend and to score.
Abby, as a senior coming in here, talk a little bit about the run you've had with Bowdoin over your time.
Yeah, I mean, like Coach said, it's been incredible. I think last year, like she said, losing the championship game, definitely really tough for us, really heartbreaking. And I think that since that day forward, we've looked to keep pushing, keep grinding every single day in the summer, in the weight room in the fall, speed training. I think in the back of our minds, it's always been, let's get back to where we were, but let's change it. Let's have a different outcome this year. So we've been working together, being selfless. Trust is a big part of our team, trust and confidence in each other. And I think that it's been incredible, and it's amazing that we got to play in our own gym up until this point, up in the tournament. So we're really excited to be back. Just looking forward to it all, and hopefully change the outcome this year.
Maddie, as a junior, growing through this, becoming hardened through the NCAA playoff process. Talk a little bit about your growth through what you've seen here. Last year's a little bit of a hardship coming up as runner-up. I wouldn't call that a real hardship, but still number 2 in the country. But talk about you growing into a leadership role.
Yeah, I think having the NCAA experience of last year, playing 6 games, and then being able to play at home and have our crowd around us, I think has been a big part of it, in a place that we're all comfortable in. So I feel like last year I had the opportunity to watch really great leaders above me, and then this year have been able to step into that role more.
You both have talked about playing at home right now. 20-1 at home this season. What's it like playing at home? What's so special about playing there?
Oh, I think it's the best environment in the country. We have an incredible fan base, amazing support from the Brunswick community, and our students come out for every game, so it's pretty special.
Abby, talk a little bit about how you guys play on the floor. You look at the numbers, you see 4 players at 9.8 points or better, just 3 players in double figures. But talk a little bit about how you guys play as a team that, if nobody has seen you play before, what is Bowdoin women's basketball like?
Yeah, I think that's what makes us special and makes us stand out from other teams, is that you can look and our starters are scoring double digits every game, or Taylor Cho can go off for 38 points, one of the tied for the best in Bowdoin history, or Maddie can have like 27-point game. Any given night, depends on what night you watch, someone else can go off. And I think our defense, we really work on defense and work together on creating habits defensively. And if our offense, like Coach says, she has confidence, full confidence in us, full trust, we have that in each other. We can hit shots, but any day, but we got to make sure that our defense is there and will lead into our offense. So focusing on defense and then just having that confidence where our offense will flow no matter what.
Question down here.
I'll take it. Maddie, as one of the mainers at the table, can you talk about the success that some of the Maine collegiate teams had this year, and then sort of the state of Maine girls high school basketball as it plays in, and
Yeah, I think St. Joe's up until a few weeks ago was one of the only undefeated teams in the country left. So obviously they had a great year, and they had a lot of Maine players on their team as well. So I think it's pretty cool. I think high school basketball in Maine is obviously really special, having played in Maine, and I think it's really exciting that not only are Maine colleges doing really well, but there are Maine players contributing to those teams.
Abby, you guys lost obviously that big senior, very impactful senior group last year. Was there a transition point where your senior class sort of took command of this team, or was it sort of a natural, organic thing that happened as leadership role?
I think we were really blessed to have the seniors that we had last year, and their leadership roles, every single one of them was really different. And I think that each one of us seniors, not just captains, but the four of us, were able to think about the leadership styles that we naturally had and the things that we needed to work on, and really incorporating the styles that we were missing from that senior class into our own leadership styles. And so I think the things that we're missing, like with Kate's consistency, and Lydia's really loud talk, and Lauren's lead by example kind of leadership styles, we were all able to incorporate a little bit of those, but also lead in our own natural way. And I don't think it was really like, okay, I need to step into Kate's shoes this year. It was more just, let's be ourselves, but let's make sure that we fill in these missing gaps that the amazing seniors had last year.
And Coach, obviously every team, every year is different.
Mm-hmm.
After the run last year, was there a moment early on in the season that you sort of knew that this group was special? Did it, right from the bat, or was there a particular moment where you're like, okay, we could have something?
That's a great question. I don't know. I think the MIT game, I guess. I mean, some of our games, we played a really tough schedule, and people poo-pooed it in the beginning, saying, "Oh, we're not playing very good teams." But we knew the caliber of teams that we were playing, and to see this this team rise game in, game out. When we had, when Amherst lost and we took over the number one spot, I wondered, how is this team going to deal with this pressure? And it was seeing their poise in the face of that kind of pressure when I really started to realize this is a special group. They're just so confident on the court and off the court, and I think that's really translated into this season that we've had.
Coach, let's go to the scouting room a little bit here. St. Thomas.
Yes.
Tell me what you need to do to be successful against St. Thomas.
Well, we need to have our best game. Quite frankly, they're incredibly talented. You don't get to this point in the season where, everyone's talented, but they have a great balance of perimeter shooting and an All-American center. And so it's going to take our best defensive effort to get the win.
What would make it difficult for you to happen? Like if there's a worst thing that could happen for your squad that would make it difficult to win on any given night, let alone at St. Thomas, what is that? What do you have to stay away from?
I don't ever even think about those things.
Good. What is the key that makes your team so difficult to beat?
I think the tempo we like to play at bothers some people. We like to play fast. We like to extend the pressure and make people uncomfortable. And so, I think, if you look at the tournament, some teams have hung with us, but it's just like we can have one quarter where we just go off. And I think that's what makes us really dangerous is if you let down for 1 minute, we could, against Amherst in the third quarter, we scored 30 points. And they're a great defensive team. And so I think that's what makes us dangerous.
If you were to say you had an X factor for your squad, it doesn't have to be a person, it can be a thing that you do well that sometimes shows up, sometimes doesn't. What is the X factor for you guys? Basically says, we know we're going to have a good day.
I don't feel that's a great question, but I don't feel like we have that one thing, and that's what makes this team so great. I could say, well, if Abby starts going off, it's going to be a great day. That's an easy answer, but really, there have been times when Abby's gotten foul trouble, and we've had one of those quarters where we just rattle off a lot of points and defend really well. And so, like Abby said earlier, I think that's what's special about this team is the balance that we have, the leadership that we have throughout our team, not just with one or two people. Really, we push the coaching staff in our program. We push all of our players, first years through seniors, to develop leadership within our program. And so I think that's what makes us special.
And we'll finish up here with, we're talking right now at 11 a.m. on Thursday. What's the process between now and game time at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on Friday
Well, we're gonna go and spend some time with a local elementary school, the kids there, which we're really looking forward to. And then we're gonna have some time to relax before the banquet tonight, which is last year that was a real highlight for everyone in our program. We're really all about soaking in every experience here, every moment. And the city of Salem and Roanoke College have already been so amazing to the programs that are here, treating us like queens. So we're really soaking it all in, and we're getting really excited for game day tomorrow.
Coach, Maddie, and Abby, thank you very much. And good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.